Good afternoon everybody, welcome back to the channel. Now then, before I continue, before I go on, I have to apologise for the fact that I've not done a vlog for a couple of weeks. I did say on the last one, about 2 weeks ago, that I'd be out the following week, and I lied. I'm really sorry. All I can say is the weather these last few weekends have been awful, really awful. I mean, proper downpour days, which sounds like I'm making up a bit of an excuse, but well, I am. But no, in seriousness, those days, I love walking in the rain and the wind and all that kind of stuff. I think they're really quite special days, but not very good for doing vlogs, because basically your kit gets soaking wet, cloud base is always right down, so you can't see any views and all that kind of stuff, and no drone action. So yeah, I've had to pick my days, and because I work full time, I only get the weekends, so they've been pretty bad weekends. So until I go full time with this, which would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? I'm pretty much stuck to what I get, really. Enough of those feeble excuses for not getting out. They are quite feeble, aren't they? But anyway, where am I? As you probably guessed by the title of the video, I'm up around Kirkstone Pass, and let me just spin you around here. You should be able to get a nice eyeful of Middle Dodd. How nice is that looking? So I'm going to go and do what I think is just made up, actually. I don't know if there is a Kirkstone Horseshoe. If there is, cool. If there isn't, there is now. And it's basically going to be me bombing it up to Red Screes, down to the pass and the pub. I'm not going to go in the pub, unfortunately, and then across and up over to Caudale Moor, and then back into the van. So I've parked up in a little layby just at the bottom of the pass there. And yeah, so I think the route I'm going to take, there are a couple of options here. I could just go up to Caudale Pass, so up, what the hell's it called? Kirkstone Beck, is it? Or something like that. Up to the top of Caudale, and then up to Red Screes. But what I'd like to do is go up onto Middle Dodd. So follow the path up a little bit of the way, cross a wall, and then I'm going to handrail that wall, come off the path a little bit, which is a little bit naughty now. Handrail that wall up to the edge of the fell, so that nose edge, and then head on up to the top of Middle Dodd, because I think it'll be quite nice. So yeah, let's get across this little bit of a boardwalk here, across this bridge, and start making our way up to that first wall where I'm going to leave the path. Let's do it. Okay, so I want to talk about a few things before we get over to the really steep bit, which looks really imposing at the moment, and before I get out of breath going up there. A few of you have mentioned the broken Ordnance Survey links in the descriptions of all the videos. It's a bit of a weird one, that, really, because at first I thought that might be the old vlogs, maybe Ordnance Survey updated the system and the old ones don't work anymore. But it seems to be quite random. It's new ones as well as old ones. So I've submitted a call to Ordnance Survey Help Desk, and I think I had a quick check this morning. I think they might have fixed them. So yeah, I do apologise about that. A little bit out of my hands, but yeah, a bit annoying when you click on a link and it doesn't work. But they should be working now. If they're not, then I'll try and get in touch with them again so you can fix them. But if it keeps happening, then maybe I need to look at a different system, maybe look at using Google Maps or Google Earth or something like that. Is my cap on straight? No idea. Look like a buffoon. The other thing was, I'm slightly embarrassed about this. I asked you guys to come up with names for the van and just went quiet on it. I didn't follow through at all. That's because I got so many names that I'm trying to collate them all together and pick out the best 5. And to be honest with you, I've been a bit lazy on it, so I will get around to doing it. Some great names on YouTube and on Instagram as well. Come up with some good ones, some weird ones, but some good ones as well. Lovely. It is quite a close day today, as in temperature wise. Didn't feel that way before. Feels quite humid now and warm, so I might have to strip off some layers in a sec just to get up that really steep bit. Whew. But yeah, lovely round here, absolutely lovely. Not seen anybody yet, just a bunch of sheeps, and that's it. So you might just be able to see Brothers Water starting to appear there below Place Fell. It's gorgeous, really, really beautiful. I've not been up this route before. It's somewhere that I see quite a lot when I'm driving past Patterdale and Brothers Water. I think, oh, I'd like to go up there, but never do, so yes, quite excited. All right, after not a lot of walking, you get to this bit here where the path crosses the wall. Hopefully you can see that. It's just kind of fallen down bit of wall. Now you can do one or two things here. What you should really be doing is following the path. For what it's worth, it's quite difficult to see, but follow it up the beck to the top of Scandale Pass. What I'm going to do, I don't know if I'm going to really regret doing this, is follow this wall up here up to the ridge line of Middle Dodd. Whew. Right, I've now got up to the ridge part, and you can tell it's the ridge bit because I can see down pretty much both valleys now. There's some sunshine coming, which is nice, and you can't quite see right down into the valley there, but Kirkstone Pass is just there, and you hit this little bit of a path here. So I've just come from that direction pretty much straight up the wall, and now I've got this little sort of a path going up, so lots of people have been here before. Be interested to know where this started actually, because yeah, could have taken that route, but never mind. It may well have gone alongside the route I took up anyway, so it's all good. So that's the top of Middle Dodd there. You can see that. That's about 220 metres, almost a vertical climb. So, oh, I don't know if you can see the sheep. Can you see the sheep on the ridge there? Top. Just walking along. That kind of gives it a little bit of scale if you can see it. Yeah, so that's near the top. I'm really hoping this weather clears out. I mean, it's looking quite hopeful. And with any luck, it'll make this lot look a bit nicer than what it does. Just flat. Such a moaner. Honestly, I'm in one of the most beautiful places in the world, and all I'll do is complain. But look at it. Oh, so gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. Right, head down and up to Middle Dodd. So I'll see you at the top-ish. Hey, Hurdy. Despite appearances and the fact that I'm absolutely sweating like mad and out of breath, I think it's safe to say that my fitness is back. Oh yes, 100% back. Feeling pretty strong. I mean, that was a bit of a pull up there, but yeah, didn't struggle. It was good. And it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon and I've had no food today. So, quite pleased with that. Look at these two. Look at these. Look at that little lamb. Look at it. Why haven't I got my camera out? I should be getting a shot of that. Wow. Beautiful. All starting to open up now. Just getting to the top of Middle Dodd here. And you can see right out towards the north. You know, you got Dove Crag, State Sunday Crag. Helvellyn in the cloud. Lots of stuff over that way, including some cute lambs. Too much. So let's get to the top of Middle Dodd and we should be able to see the first view of Red Screes, which is where I think I'm probably going to get a bite to eat, put some energy in and have a sit down and work out what the hell to do. There it is, Red Screes. Just make out, probably not on this camera, make out the trig point at the very top. It's quite hard to see on this though, probably. Whew. Looking gloomy again, it's a shame. Never mind. Wow. Oh, it's good to be back out again. 2 weeks is way too long to leave gaps between walks and being out in the fells. The summit cairn of Middle Dodd. But now, this is the first time really that we can see, I was going to say, we can see the entire route, but we can't now, we can't see the very bottom. But that's where we're going. Red Screes. From Red Screes, we'll drop down to the pass, which we can't see either, cross the road, and we're going to head up onto Caudale Moor, and then probably Stony Cove Pike. I think we're going to have a look at that, so a little detour off. And then I'm hoping for around about sunset, just to stand at the top of there, above the quarries up there, and just, you know, you never know. It might get nice, we might get some nice weather. Who knows, so I'll hang around there for a little bit if I can, if I get there in time. And then from there, once the sun sets, head down into the dark. Look at this. Good little spot to take shelter if it's a bit stormy. Get in there. It's probably a toilet, mind you. I know what a lot of people are like when they come up here. Just, you know, have a wee and a poo, or wherever you feel like it, and leave it all over the place. So you can see the road of the pass there, that little car park halfway down-ish. So we can't quite see where the pub is yet, which is probably a good thing. All right, here we are at the top of Red Screes, trig point, dude with a radio, and we've got a little tarn here. Look, it's been a long time since I was last here, and I actually wild camped here, and it was right at this spot here. I actually had the tent there. What a fantastic place to camp. Beautiful night, not a breath of wind. Forecast was looking good, totally clear. Again, all through the night, no wind was forecast. Stood at the top there at the trig point and a bottle of Peroni. It was a little slice of heaven. Fast forward to 11 o'clock in the evening and all hell had broken loose. It was horizontal sleet, pitch black outside. Finn was down on the bottom of my sleeping bag, and the tent collapsed right on her. She just came flying out like a rat out of a drain. So yeah, I had to get out into the wild, trying to repitch it in the dark, just my head torch on, sleet everywhere, in a state of undress, I might add, because of my sleeping bag. And then Finn was just running around the tent on a belly, just panicking, why has my human brought me here? Why am I not at home? But I managed to get it all back up again and sort of secured until the morning. But I should have known, really. I should have seen this coming, because I took a photograph in the evening at sunset of Finn looking out towards the east, and you could see these angry clouds rolling in. I should have known, really. But there you go. It's adventure. It's all about adventure. This chap's just turned up here. He's on his radio to a friend, I think, who's probably over on Scarfell Pike, from what I can hear. And believe me, I'm hearing everything. I think he's wild camping over on Caudale Moor, which is where I'm going. So I'm going to go and have a crack with him, because I want to get the drone up and get some footage. But after last time, I'm just a little bit wary. So there's no one else here, so I might as well go and have a crack with him and see if he's all right with it. So, and then get something to eat, because I'm absolutely Hank Marvin. So I'll see you in a bit. All fed and watered and getting a bit cold. It's amazing, actually. We're in May. It should be warm. Should be able to sit out here and enjoy the temperatures and what have you. But flipping heck, it is absolutely Baltic. So what I'm going to do, probably about halfway around now in terms of distance, but over halfway around when it comes to time, as in I am behind time, and I'm a little bit worried that I might not get over there before sunset. So I'm going to push on now, leave Red Screes. Look at it, looking really nice now. Spin you around so you can have a good view. Looking very moody. I don't know if it's very good for photographs today, but it's certainly amazing to look at and experience. Very, very beautiful indeed. So, this is now the soul-destroying part of the walk, heading down towards Kirkstone Pass and walking past the pub and walking back up to the side. That is going to be quite tough to do. There are a few dodgy bits coming down Red Screes, actually, or coming up. Just need to be careful. Some rocky bits you might need to put your hands down on, help you up, but it's not too bad. I mean, it's a really quick ascent from the pub. I mean, you could go and get a skinful down there and get to the top of Red Screes in about 5 minutes. No. Please don't do that. So I think what I'll do is keep on threading my way down here on this path. It's not very interesting, there's not a lot to talk about really. And then I will catch up with you guys probably down at the pass there by the pub, like I said before. So let's go. Okay, I'm really relieved the pub was shut. That just saved a whole dilemma. I didn't really have a dilemma, I wasn't going to really get a pint. Right, so across the road there is Red Screes, behind with a paraglider. Yeah, hopefully you can see that. So we're up there just a few minutes ago, and now we've got this torturous climb back up to Caudale Moor, which you can actually see over there in the distance, way away in the distance, a long way. But we've got a steep section here, and then it levels off a little bit. I think it even drops a little bit as well, and then a slow, steady rise up to Caudale Moor. So shouldn't take too long, really, and it's not that hard, he says. But look at that, it's looking nice, isn't it, down there? Place fell over yonder. You probably can't see it from here in this camera, but I can just and so make it out over that way, and it's the Kirkstone. Kirkstone is what obviously gives this pass its name, and the reason it's called Kirkstone is because from the valley down below there, looking back up, it's in the shape of a church. So it looks like there's a church up there, here, and you know, Kirk is Old Norse for church. Kirkstone, Churchstone. There you go. Useless bit of information there for you. Welcome to St Raven's Edge. This is this bit here, where I run along this wall, heading up towards Caudale Moor, which isn't that far away actually. I reckon I'll get there in about 20-30 minutes. Very quiet over here compared to Red Screes. I've just seen a person there and it just freaked me out. That's why I'm kind of a little bit freaked and quiet. It's popped up out of nowhere. Look. Who that? Who are those people? God, that scared me, that. Just looked down and the face is looking at me. So yeah, not too difficult a push up there. Up onto St Raven's Edge. Some pretty stunning views all around. I mean, it's very flat today in terms of light. I'm just looking over towards Ilbale and York over on the Kentmere Horseshoe. It's just flat, there's no light, but you can imagine what it's like on a good weather day. Good light. pretty beautiful. It's kind of interesting out towards the northwest there. Some interesting light. So you never know, it might just go biblical. So yeah, let's get up there, have another butty, chill, and I'll see you there. All right, after a bit of a trudge up all the way from down there, you could probably just see St Raven's Edge next to the top end of Ambleside, perhaps, I don't know. But yeah, bit of a trudge up to Caudale Moor, but here we are. This is it, just a big open space. I love it. I love open spaces like this, absolutely gorgeous. So actually over that way is Stony Cove Pike, and I'm wondering if I can be bothered to go over there. I'm not going to go. I don't think there's any reason for me to go over that way. If you're a Wainwright bagger, then yeah, definitely worth doing it, because while you're here you might as well do it. There's a bit of a monument down here, so we're going to have a little look at that. You can see a little trod in the grass there leading to it. These incredible mountains here, layer after layer after layer. That's looking out towards Langdale Pikes. You might be able to see Langdale Pikes there. You got Crinkle Crags, Bowfell. Some nice light over there. Might be able to get a shot of that. Don't know. We'll see. But you can see Windermere down there. That's like the midsection and the bottom end of Windermere. And then you've got the top of Windermere here, and Ambleside. Beautiful. It's so quiet now. Wow, that is looking pretty good actually. Give us a sec. Just going to put you down there. A sec. That's looking kind of interesting. Whether that translates to a usable, printable photograph is anybody's guess. Hopefully you can hear that skylark right above me noggin. Love them. I do apologise if this is a bit shaky. There we go. This is marked on the map as the monument, and a little bit of a plaque here. Interesting. That, however, is far more interesting. I think it is anyway. So you can actually see, so if you look down there, you can see the pub at Kirkstone Pass, and obviously the road as well. You can see Red Screes there, and then pretty much the whole route we did down to Middle Dodd there. Obviously went up to Middle Dodd and up to Red Screes. Look at the light there now, over the pikes. Another shot, I think. Let's go, let's do it. It's a nice bit of shaftage. I don't know if I better do anything with that, but you know, who cares? Okay, time check. I think we're looking at, oh my god, it keeps changing. I can't handle it. I think it's around about, what time was it last time I looked? It's about 8 o'clock, so I think I've got about another hour till sunset. I don't think anything's going to happen. Look, it's looking a bit, the cloud's too thick. There's no sun is going to go through that. You might get the odd shaft like that, but it's so hazy. It's not that interesting. But I'm going to hang around anyway. Why not? It's always the case, isn't it, that you head off and then suddenly that fleeting moment of glorious conditions. I think what I'm going to do is just sit at the top of Caudale Moor, you know, on top of that slope down. So all I've got to do is just head down a hill once sunset has happened. So I'm going to go and have another butty and chill out for a little bit and just pray that something nice happens. If not, I'll just bomb it down and get back in the van. So I'll see you a bit further on. okay, I've made the very difficult decision, it's not difficult at all, of just heading down, because it's pretty clear. I mean, it's 8:30 now, so half an hour before sunset. Nothing is going to happen. So I might as well save myself the agony and anguish and just go and have a beer. So that's what I'm going to go and do. So I'm actually round about the same height as Middle Dodd now, and Top Dodd as well. So still quite a bit of going down to do. So probably I'm going to have to get out the torch at some point, because it is, I'd imagine it is darker in real life than it is showing on this camera here. It does actually look a little bit brighter, but it is starting to get difficult to see. So the path sort of, let me spin you around, goes down to the end there and winds around through the quarry, or past the quarry. I think, because I've actually never been down this way, so who knows. Just winging it really. It's okay. So yeah, I guess what I'll do is get a bit further down, go and have a look at the quarry, see what's there, and then keep on going down to the van. It is a shame that there's no photographs really. I've got one photograph for this whole vlog, and even that might be rubbish, so I might not even put that on at the end. I don't know. So we'll see. But that's just the way it goes, isn't it? Okay, got a bit of a confession to make. I made a bit of a boob. Instead of walking through the quarry and dropping down, following the path to the quarry, I ended up going all the way along the ridge and off the end there. So I've completely missed out the quarry. Never mind. It's just a bunch of old dilapidated buildings anyway. Very nice up on the ridge. Very obvious path. The path I was supposed to take, the one that's mapped on the map, not too obvious. Pretty difficult to see. In fact, I just didn't see it at all. So I've just carried on along this trod, I guess, what it is. And then I'm now back on the proper path. So I'm actually very, very close to the van there now. Look, you probably can't see it. It's just a black dot on the road. But this is the Brothers Watt Hotel or Inn or whatever it is, something, pub and campsite. So very close to the van. So I thought I'd just wrap it up. I might as well. Nearly back. What a day. What a day. I say it all the time, but incredible. Not so great for the photographs. I think I've maybe got one, maybe two photographs today, which is a pretty poor do really, but that's just the way it is, isn't it? It's been overcast and what have you, but just a beautiful day out in the fells. I love it. I mean, it's just been such a good route. Seen hardly anybody, just a few people up on the top of Red Screes there, and then the odd person dotted about on the rest of the route. But yeah, really quiet, wonderful. So I can highly recommend it. Obviously, as usual, I'll put the route in the description. Hopefully, Ordnance Survey have sorted everything out and there's no errors there. You know, if you do have a problem with the link, just let me know. Just send us a message, either on YouTube, just put a comment on, or you know, on Instagram or something. I'll pick it up somehow, and we'll get it fixed. So yeah, really, really good. I think about 10k this one. I always say I think because I always forget, but I think it is round about that. And yeah, very good one. I highly recommend it. Before I go on, I just want to say a massive thank you once again to everybody who's gone ahead and bought me a beer. I think you guys are so generous. I think you are the best YouTube audience out there. I mean, like I said last time, you blow me away with your generosity. I think it's lovely. And as I always say, every penny of it goes back into creating this content. Some of it does go towards a pint, but a lot of it does go to fuel in my van to get me back up here and doing this sort of stuff. And you know, just expenses, parking, that sort of stuff. So yes, it's very much appreciated. So yeah, if you've enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up, leave a comment, let me know what you think of it. I love the comments, I always read the comments. Slowly but surely working my way through them and replying, so don't be offended if I haven't replied to you yet. I will get there, it just takes a while, you know, I'm slow. So yeah, like I said, don't be offended. And if you're new to the channel and you like what you've seen today, you like the routes and all that kind of stuff, and you know, I don't irritate you too much, just go ahead and subscribe, hit the bell icon for notifications, even though I've been told by so many people that those notifications don't work. But you know, maybe one day they will. And if you want to support the channel, buy us a beer, or you know, buy one of my Giclée fine art prints, which I'm, you know, very proud of, because that's what I like doing. Just head over to blackcrag.uk, and yeah, I think that's probably about it. Like I say, right back down now, and almost beer time for me. So until the next vlog, I don't think it's going to be next week. I'm not going to lie to you this time. It probably is going to be in a couple of weeks, because I can't get out next week, but I might do a nano vlog just to, you know, keep my hand in, as it were, and then get out and do something epic, because if I've made you wait 2 weeks, I think it's only right and fair that I go and do something, you know, half decent. So from me and the glorious Lake District, I'll bid you farewell, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves, guys. Bye. What am I doing? That's it. Going in the pub. Okay. Who is he? Welcome to St. Raven's Edge. Who the was that? These hills are getting steeper. They're getting so much steeper. Which I wear as well. Ooh. Yeah. It's, oh no!